Hey everyone, I'm back and today we're going to be talking about A Ghost Story. And this movie came out in 2017 and it was on Netflix, and this movie has been on my watch list for a while. I just have never gotten around to seeing it until now. And I really enjoyed it. In many ways, you could compare this movie to Ghost, which I've already reviewed, starring in Patrick Swayze. And that movie I wasn't a big fan of. This movie really sold me what I wanted out of the movie Ghost. And it's not so much about all these different tones going around. Like, sometimes it's fun and hilarious, sometimes it's really dramatic. This movie has just one tone, and it's just to make you feel sad. And I did feel sad, and there's one really great scene in this movie that goes on for like 5 minutes, but it's all in one take, and there's like, how do I describe it? It's just someone eating, and they're just reflecting off of the loss of this character, and it was great, and it really affected me emotionally, and I'm still thinking about that scene now, and just thinking about it kind of makes me want to cry. This movie has many things going for it. It's a very simple story. It's just about a character played by Casey Affleck who dies, and it's just him as a ghost, and he just watches all these different things that happen after he dies, and he pretty much just stays in one location the whole movie. And without spoiling anything, you do see more than just his house and like just him dead and as a ghost. And one thing that I kind of wanted to point out about the ghost design in this movie, it's like a big white blanket sheet that has two eyes in it, and you don't actually see the eyes of the character, you just see black in its eyes, and the way it was shaped, the eyes, they looked sad, and I thought that worked really well because that's a reflection of the tone of the movie. I also wanted to bring up the pacing. This movie isn't going to be for everyone simply because it is very slow. Despite it being an hour and a half, this movie doesn't really move along all that much from point A to point B. It just kind of shows different things and really takes its time. And you might be wondering why it's so slow. And what I think is the reason for it is because it wants you to take everything in. And there are scenes in which it works, but there are a couple scenes where it doesn't really work all that much. But that's like a minor complaint about the movie because it's only a few short instances within a scene. Or, sorry, within some of the scenes in this movie, there will be, let's say one scene in this movie, there was a little bit of one little part of that scene that felt like it was dragging on for a bit, but that's it about the scene. And that happens for a couple scenes in this movie, but not the whole movie. If that makes sense. That's my best way to describe it. There's only one big issue that I have with this movie, and that's there's a character in this movie that pretty much is just explaining what the point of the movie is. And I didn't like that very much. But one thing that I really love about this movie is it just shows all these different people coming and going. And you see the person that Casey Affleck's character was with, played by Rooney Mara. Her character just leaves halfway through the movie out of the house that they were living in because she's just trying to move on. And then you see these different people come into the house, and you can tell that his character doesn't really like that, and he just because it's his house and he loves the house so much and it means so much to him. And they don't really go into too much as to why. He just feels really attached to the history that was there, and he just doesn't really want to move. And there isn't really much to his character, and it's pretty much just watching things leave and time moving along. And keep in mind, while you're watching this movie, there are certain things, not a lot of things, there are a couple things that the movie is going to ask you to read into it a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. I didn't even mention that there's very little dialogue in the movie. Very few characters talk. It's just mostly watching characters just stand around, moping, watching things come and go. Well, for the first half at least. And, well, the first half is our main character and Rooney Mara are kind of just, well, she's moping around with the loss of Casey Affleck's character. And the second half is just watching characters come and go. And I really liked that choice. And I really like this movie for those reasons. And check this movie out. It is slow, like I've said already, but if you're willing to be patient with it, I think you'll enjoy it thoroughly. And I'm going to give A Ghost Story a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of A Ghost Story down below. And my social media links, they will all be in the description down below, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that's going to be for The Terminal. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.